My name is Steve Byler. I'm president of Byler Barns and Backyards and CEO of Rentashed.com. I've been a member of the Glazer Kennedy marketing group for about a year and a half. And during that time, we've been working on marketing for the company. I met Tim Johnson at the local chapter meeting for the Glazer Kennedy Insider Circle. We get together once a month and talk primarily about marketing. And Tim came one time when I was absent, and the very next meeting I came, they said, "Steve, you've got to meet Tim Johnson. He was here at our last meeting, and I think he'll be a great asset to you guys." I've been working specifically at marketing in our company for well over 10 years, and I've spent a lot of money in advertising. In the last several years, with the softening economy, a bit of a downturn, I've focused a lot of extra energy looking at questions surrounding marketing. And initially, I just did more advertising. Spent a lot of money, threw a lot of money away on traditional brand building, letting people know what we do, what our products and services are, and hoping that eventually they'll come to us. Became quite convinced I was wasting a lot of money, wasn't being very successful in it. And a friend recommended that I attend the Glazer Kennedy Insider Circle local chapter meetings. And so I did, and I signed up and started getting this information about marketing that began to radically alter my perspective on how I market to clients. Well, that posed a new problem, that as my philosophy of marketing began to change, and I talked to the advertising people I was working with, they thought I'd gone off the deep end. They said, "Oh, that doesn't work. We're the experts. You have to trust us." And I wasn't willing to keep going that pathway. So I started looking for somebody who would understand what I needed. And that's where Tim comes in. We met at the Glazer Kennedy Insider Circle local chapter meeting and started bouncing ideas around. Immediately realized, here's a fellow that gets it. We can share ideas, and that helps me get things done quickly. So Tim has been a wonderful resource in helping me to implement both the ideas I have and also bringing fresh ideas to the table, bringing lots of questions that can help us spark new ideas and new approaches to marketing that have been very successful for us. The website we had was great. We put our first website up back in the mid-2000s, 2005, maybe 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. And as we saw a website at that point, it was basically a way to get our contact information and a bit of a product catalog out there for clients to look at. And so we would often have people sitting at their computer, and then they'd give us a call and say, "I'm looking at building so-and-so or gazebo so-and-so." And we could talk about product on a shared catalog, which was the World Wide Web and our website. And so it was helpful. It was a good resource. And I wanted to redo the website, and my initial concept was, let's put a better product catalog on the website. And that's where my philosophy of marketing began to shift just a bit. And I said, really, what I want to do is help people understand what's involved in what most people think of as a very simple decision to buy a shed to put in the backyard. When in fact, from our perspective, it's much more complex than that. If you want to be satisfied, if it's going to serve your needs, if it's going to fit into your backyard. And so I needed a website that was going to inform clients, was going to educate clients, was going to help them to understand the issues surrounding purchasing a garden shed. It wanted to be an information center, but where they can also see our products. A place that they could contact us, get whatever information they wanted, more when they needed more, but a bit of an information center. And Tim popped onto that idea very quickly, understood the dynamics, and we have dreams of growing the website in lots of different ways. And Tim was able to help us design a website that is kind of an entry-level website with a lot of our reports, information readily available. Our products are still there, but also has the potential of growing as our company grows, expanding, and providing a lot of back-end services in the website that we really think will be fundamental to the future of the company. So we're really excited about the potential that Tim has brought in his skills and expertise, along with his staff there at Found. The website's been a good move for us. We have people coming in there and downloading the free reports. We have people coming onto our site, onto our locations to shop for a building, who have already researched the project. They have more information, they're informed when they come, and we're able to help guide them in a decision in a way that's really productive for them and a real delight and pleasure for us, so that the process that they go through going through our website kind of parallels the process we take them through when they come onto our location. So that's been a very helpful step in our overall growth as a company. Found has done 2 different websites for us, and also a couple of landing pages that are just specific to specific locations that provide entry points for people searching for our products and services. And we found that the ability to do multiple sites and then lead them to our main website is a very helpful marketing tool. And Found has efficient ways of getting those done quickly, economically, bring great value to business, and that customers actually find very accessible. And clients have an easy way of kind of guiding themselves through a process toward a decision. So a landing page that is from Seaville Sheds, for example, helps them understand how we relate to the Charlottesville market. But they have the opportunity of coming on to our main website at some point in time. And also one of our sister companies, rentashed.com, is a great landing spot that talks about how rent-to-own works in our industry, but then also has multiple ways a client can move forward from that toward purchasing a shed or toward doing a rent-to-own on a building. So those have been excellent ways of creating leads, and we've had clients coming in that found us on one of those landing pages and came to our location. And we know exactly what niche they're interested in, what product line they're interested in, because they have come in that specific pathway. So that's been a great asset to us, kind of on the back end, but it's also been a great service to our clients because they don't have to wade through a massive website. They find something that's of particular interest, and then that leads them specifically to the product or service that we offer. In my experience in advertising, marketing, working with stations, working with agencies, I find that many agencies have a niche that they like to work in and are very skilled in. They may be able to do a great TV commercial. They may be able to do a great radio commercial. Another agency may have expertise in the area of finding the time frame that works particularly well for the demographic you want to reach. And that was all great. But I needed somewhere where this kind of came together into a cohesive marketing package that could kind of hit all fronts, from the internet to email campaigns to print to radio to television, and we could create these cohesive campaigns. And that's what I found at Found with Tim Johnson. And they've been able to help us on all of those fronts so that our marketing starts feeling like it's sticking together. It's planned, it's strategic, and we found it to be very effective in growing our company. We have made, as a company and as individuals in the company here, a fairly serious commitment to our relationship with Found. So we're on a monthly retainer with Found. And every month we have specific amount of time that they will invest in our company. And so they have helped us with, of course, website development, some landing pages. They've helped us with developing Google AdWord campaigns, with developing back-end information systems to create, not only generate leads, but then give us information how we can follow up on leads. We're working on some projects that will also involve database incorporation. And Tim has a lot of expertise on those different fronts. We've also worked at creating website landing pages that are driven, or traffic is driven to them with specific commercials. So they've helped us create the commercials, write the commercials, voice the commercials. They've helped us in putting together a television campaign that again drives 2 websites, so there's a consistency of appearance. There's actually a campaign going on rather than a bunch of random events taking place that are completely disconnected from each other. So it's been a delight to work in that kind of comprehensive way on our marketing campaign with a team that has strengths in all these different areas and is able to help us build that package. We've been in this business for 39 years. I was just a kid when it started, so I've grown up in the company. And one of the points of frustration for me as I took more and more responsibility in the company was being able to find the right people at the right time to do the job that needed to be done in my advertising, marketing, web development, social media development. I feel like I've come across a gold nugget when I encountered Tim, in that he has a lot of technical skills, but he is also an avid student of marketing, as I am myself. And so when we get together to talk about our next month's marketing project, or we get together at our local chapter meeting to talk about marketing issues, the quality and quantity of ideas that flow back and forth, and ideas generate ideas. And so you have to have 2 people generating ideas, and then there's an exponential quality to the ideas that flow. And so every time Tim comes to the office and we sit to talk about next month's development projects, he brings some fresh ideas because he's been thinking about marketing, and he's been thinking specifically about how they apply to my company as well. And so he brings that outside perspective to my company that is fresh and just incredibly valuable. Not only that, we have fun doing it. And we have just had a lot of great times together as we throw ideas around, some of which we dream about being big. Others, we just know they're a lot of fun. And you've got to have both. I confess to a personal fault, and that is I'm a bit of a procrastinator. And I get most of my work done under severe deadline pressure. There are a lot of people in the business world that loathe that. And so I've probably made some enemies because I had such short deadlines. Now I'm trying to grow up and learn to plan more strategically. But one of the benefits of working with Found is that there are a team of people there, and they're very responsive. And we have run some very tight deadlines. They have delivered very well. I've been very prompt to return phone calls. I kind of live on email communication, and the emails come back quickly. They're on top of it. Communication is prompt. When there's an issue, you can see it's being addressed immediately. We had, in the development of websites, we had little hiccups where some of the reports that we were to be getting came with information that just wasn't helpful. But in literally no time, those glitches were cleared up, the information was coming that was helpful, and we just found them to be really on top of it, concerned with providing top quality service, promptly, efficiently, and yes, even against deadlines with no complaining. Found has a lot to offer companies, and I'm sure most any company could benefit from their expertise in web design, in marketing, in developing commercials, campaigns, social media, understanding how social media relates to the business. But I think the companies that are really going to want to pay attention and are going to want to try to tie in with Tim Johnson and Found are companies that are not satisfied where they are companies that want to be on the cutting edge of their industry, companies that want to grow, companies that want to innovate, companies that want to be leaders in their field, that want to have fun doing so, but are committed to growing and developing. People who have an openness to learning and are willing to have their assumptions shaken, are open to new ideas. If you're that kind of company, then I strongly recommend Tim Johnson and the team there at Found.